You see, this is why when we embark in the spiritual path, we want, it's not our fault really. We live in this society of consumerism, yeah, and we just consume, and we believe that we get only the best side of things. Yes. Isn't it? We believe that you get, we believe in a quite naive relationship with objects and existence. That if somehow you can make some money and wealth, you can get things. Isn't it fantastic? Unfortunately, it isn't that easy. Nothing you get, you see. So then we face the spirituality with the same naivety. We want that of a spirituality. We don't want being exposed. We don't want to lose our pride. We don't want to feel awkward. We want to feel good. We want the divine for having a good time. And that comes from the time of Coca-Cola. We're still reacting to the advertisement. But now Coca-Cola is the divine. And spirituality has nothing to do with having a good time. It's not exactly a good time, it's not precisely that. You feel uncomfortable, discover. All your insights are touched. You lose your capacity of owning once the divine arises in you. From that moment on, you know you have nothing. You had glimpses of that, but after that, you own nothing. And you do nothing, as a matter of fact. You know there is no action that your body performs that is coming from you. So you lost the possibility of being proud of what you do, of being recognized of what you do, of being loved for what you do, because you cannot claim it. You cannot claim anything once the spirit is clear in your heart. You cannot claim your past. You cannot claim your decisions. You cannot even claim your mistakes, let alone your positive decisions or intelligent moves. You cannot claim none of them, you understand? You cannot claim the good moves or the bad moves. You cannot claim anything. You're left with nothing of your own. You understand? So we embark in this spiritual search, and we need to be vigilant that we are not hoping that the spirituality will be the means to achieve that avoidance that we are desperate to achieve. Because spirituality is not to avoid, it's not good for avoiding. It doesn't work, it's the opposite. It gathers all the garbage you've been trying to throw away, it gathers it and it asks you to open it after, even. and things are rotten in there for a long time. And you thought there was a truck coming, yeah? And bye! Yeah? Spiritual, yeah? Thank you, bye! Isn't it great? Coca-Cola! It was worthwhile. Are we willing to grow? That's the first question you have to ask yourself when you start embarking into inquiring into the Spirit. Are you willing to grow? Because you can't stay as you are if you come deeper into the Spirit. Otherwise it starts this pulling, this kind of, okay, well, and tell me, how is it if you realize the Divine, so you're negotiating with. And it's such a joke from this perspective. It's such a funny joke. I learned to hide my laugh, you see. Sometimes I manage, yes. With your questions and your intentions and your belief that I'm not seeing where you're coming from and where you think you're going. How fast you decide that I'm not seeing it. So spirituality includes growth. It starts with growth, and it demands the willingness to grow. Not in a supposed time, forever, an endless growth. It demands that you are willing to admit that you will never be ready. That you'll never reach the end. That kind of attitude is demanded. That setting. So the past is very important. It's not who you are, but it's part of you. You will never manage to get rid of it. It's a childish illusion to use the spirituality to get rid of the past. It never worked, and it will never work. It's my duty to tell you, see? And I'm not only speaking to you, sweetie, I'm speaking to all. So vigilance to that and willingness to expose. You see? You don't have any reason to be ashamed of yourself. There is nothing of you and your behaving that is unhuman. You understand? There is nothing of what you could have done or what you can do that is alien to me.